Welcome to the New Music Podcast. We're your two regular jackoffs from upstate New York. My name is Patrick.
And I am Reverend Kyle.
Let's fucking get it. Who do we have today? We have Fred
know,
from the
Patrick.
project. Wait, do you want to do it? I'll let you do it.
Me?
Sure.
You got this. I believe in you, Kyle.
What up, guys?
Me?
I don't even know anymore.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. What's up, guys?
What's
Fred
up?
Nylist of Nylist. One and only.
Do you always say it that way?
Man, I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
I've never actually introduced myself before, actually in real life, so I don't know how to do this. COVID's been hard.
I guess I would just go by Nihilist, basically. But you guys would know me as Fred Nihilist, and a lot of people who know the members of the band know Fred Nihilist.
That's what's up, man. There are a lot of things, honestly, that we could talk about in this live or in this podcast. But one of the things that I've been itching to know is, how did you stay organized during both Bd400 and Nylist 666? Because that, to me, like, trying to organize all those DMs sounds like a fucking waking nightmare for someone like me.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare. I had a lot of time. The first thing, and that started around COVID. So I was home. I was sitting here actually, just on the computer and reaching out to all the groups, all the communities, seeing who wants to hop on the track. And the inboxes were loaded, the requests were loaded. People are trying to message the band pages, stuff like that. But I got through everyone. There might be a few requests I didn't get through, but it just took a lot of time and a lot of spreadsheets, organizing spreadsheets, creating timestamps for the songs. And yeah.
Getting anxiety just as you're explaining everything.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting so much anxiety as you're saying this, and I'm like,
yeah, dude, it's a challenge.
This project's gonna be not gonna happen. My anxiety's up. Never mind, guys. I'll see you.
Oh yeah, especially as an introvert, it's tough.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's tough like that. But like there are phases depending on your mood. I feel like for me personally, if I'm in a good mood, I'm very on the outgoing side, and if I'm in a lower state, then I find myself more shell. So it's a lot harder to do those kind of things.
Yeah, see, I've referred to that in the past as an introverted extrovert, because most of the time I'm pretty introverted. I'm kind of leave me the fuck alone kind of person. But when you catch me in the right mood, oh dude, we're all laughs and we're all smiles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it has to be with the people around you, for me, to be honest with you, because if it's not like some people that I talk to at work, and then they're like not there, like, just don't fucking talk to me. Leave me the fuck alone. But as soon as they're there, I'm just a go-lucky person. Like, it has to be the people around me. I'm much of an introvert, and my girlfriend fucking hates it. And I'm also a homebody, so I don't really leave the house too much. So
it makes sense. Yeah.
Especially now.
Especially these days, yeah, for sure. These days are making it tougher with COVID.
Yeah. So I normally ask this like in the beginning, but I kind of jumped because I was excited to talk about Bd400 and Nihilist 666, and I'm sure we'll get back into that later in the chat. But I'm curious kind of how you got started with music and how you wound up getting into this style of music.
That's a good question. So it definitely started with this certain style, because I was mostly curious about deathcore, and I was always like interested in the instrumentation Is that the right wording?
I guess.
The overall, how, yeah, just overall, how is it made? And like, I just found it very abstract, especially at the time, because at first I was listening to bands like Slipknot and Suicide Silence, stuff like that. So it was intriguing to me, and I had a very close connection to that kind of music when I was in high school in a lower state in my life. So I had a good connection to bands like the early stages of Underoath there, like with Dallas Taylor, Suicide Silence, Carnifex, Oceano. I was listening to those bands and connecting with some of those lyrics, and for me that helped me a lot. So it kind of got me thinking, like, I would love to do something like that where, you know, I can use my voice and use my creativity to kind of connect with a listener and someone who feels alone and someone who's going through something, and just get that emotion out of them, something like that. And not all my songs are necessarily like that. There's a lot of songs I write that are very horror themed because I'm very into horror movies as well. So I really just write what I feel, and I try and give back, even, I guess, if that makes sense, in a way that I can express some sort of creativity.
Absolutely. And it's pretty impressive what you've been able to do with just Nihilist since its inception. I mean, the project just started last year, and you've managed, I mean, we could talk all day about how, you know, 666 vocalists for one song, but the other features you have on other songs, like you just did a song with Pablo from Chelsea Grin, and who from, is Coco from Oceano? Because I'm just seeing the tags here.
Yeah, Coco from Oceano. He's on the drums there.
Okay. No, that's neat. And like, it's part of me wants to know, like, if the kind of the rapid success of 666 kind of had a part in, you know, making all these network connections, or was that something you already had?
That's a good question, because honestly, I'm not exactly sure. It kind of like when I was starting the project, I was reaching out to everyone I could, and that definitely did help me build friendships online with a lot of these artists, and it just got me more open to actually reaching out to people. So like there was artists that I just wanted to collaborate with, like Mark from Suicide Silence, because like I said, that helped me, Suicide Silence helped me get into deathcore. So, you know, collaborating with someone in that band, obviously it was a dream. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Oh, as corny as it sounds, man, I don't know how I would have been able to not like be completely like shitting my pants throughout a process like that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
I mean, technically you could pick, because we did get Frankie on here. I mean,
look, I love Frankie Palmeri. I do. I've got nothing against, like, nothing bad to say about him. But I think I kind of agree with Fred when he says that, like, bands like Suicide Silence definitely got me through rough times in my life. Specifically, Mitch Lucker and Bring Me the Horizon at that time period in music were the reason I got started as a vocalist. If it wasn't for hearing those high screams and then the polarity of those high screams and those extreme lows, I wouldn't have gotten into death metal. I wouldn't have gotten into a lot of the shit that I'm into now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And I'm still pissed that I never got to see Mitch live. God damn it. Anyway, I'll get over it. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
I found, you know what? It's funny because, like, I first listened to Suicide Silence, I couldn't get into them, and I was like, the problem was I really wanted to get in the band. I was like, fuck, I can't get into this band for the life of me. And then I like took a step back, listened to some other things, and then I came back to Suicide Silence after I learned that Mitch died. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll take a little bit and listen to it again, and then I enjoyed it right after that.
Yeah, they got a lot of good songs.
Oh, they do. And I kicked myself in the ass that it took me 3 to 4 tries just to get into them.
All my favorite projects I'm like that with, though. If I didn't hate it at first, I never truly found something to love about it, because I had to actually make an effort to try to like it.
Yeah.
And then accidentally falling in love with it.
Yeah, literally. I've noticed with a couple of bands, like as long as they have history with like a dying band member or something, I drawn to that. I don't know why it draws that sort of stuff draws to me. I don't get it.
I think it's because you're a hipster,
especially with certain bands. I don't know. Yeah, I do have the man bun, so I yeah, probably.
I'm just impressed that you don't have a vinyl setup in your car.
Oh,
a vinyl?
I don't own any vinyl.
That would be so cool.
I don't own any vinyl.
What about cassette?
Cassette? Oh God, I can't believe people are still selling those.
You know,
cassettes are amazing.
I don't understand. I agree. I'm going to be honest. That's one piece of physical I don't understand.
I get it. Like, I mean, it's kind of, in a way, it's kind of the same thing as vinyl, because it's like old, if that makes sense. It's old school, and that's what some people appeal to that, which I don't know, but I in my personal opinion, I'd rather have a vinyl than a cassette, in my opinion. But I do respect and love the cassette. I'm not gonna lie, I do.
I do as well. I love my cassette tapes. I got a little collection of outlaw country cassettes. I jam it every now and then. It's just nice background music.
See, I'm like that with a lot of like straight acoustic instrumental stuff. So like Andy McKee, a couple of other guys like him, like that to me is great, like background music.
Hell yeah.
I never got into country though. I'm still trying to like find something other than horror punk, or not horror punk.
Honestly, like if I get a nice black metal band that's just straight instrumentals, just straight instrumental black metal, honestly, that's a great thing to listen to. I'm sorry. I love instrumental black metal is probably one of my favorites.
That would be good on cassette too. I feel like the production would match up.
He's not wrong.
God damn it, he beat me to it. Fuck, he beat me to my own goddamn joke. I'm pissed.
But it has to be in mono. It cannot be in stereo. It has to be mono.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck up.
I feel like a lot of the older black metal stuff, the vocals were treated more like an instrument than actually singing. And I feel like that's why I'm more drawn to that style of black metal.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone into, well, I haven't listened to a lot of black metal lately, but yeah, no, I agree. I've listened to some older stuff. I couldn't tell you what bands they are because I don't listen to them very often. But I enjoy the older black metal a little bit more now that I've actually gotten into more music, I should say. Because I used to hate black metal. I used to fucking hate it. I used to hate it so much. And then now it's like, oh, okay, black metal, I got this.
I notice a lot of bands these days now are going on the symphonic side of things. They're adding a lot of violins and making their tracks very epic.
I think that there's something cool and not cool about it, because there's going to be bands that try to go for it and it's just not going to work.
Yeah.
But I
haven't found anybody like that though. I haven't found anything like that though, so we're on a good path. We're on a good path going forward.
It's when they try to match that with like that post-hardcore energy. That's like, for me, symphonics don't work with that. If it's a cinematic style, like a cinematic approach, I feel like that works for post-hardcore and that works for metalcore.
Give me a band example for what you just said.
For like a cinematic metalcore band?
No. About the black metal with hardcore things or whatever you just said.
No, I was talking about like when symphonics are like a big orchestral stuff is added to post-hardcore.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, never mind.
Because like post-hardcore to me is too heavy on the pop punk and actual punk side for me to really think that like symphonics work for that. So like
oh, okay, got you.
Like, as much as I like bands like a Skylight Drive, that's a very hot topic right now because the band is technically kind of coming back. But bands like that with a more synth direction rather than like orchestral, that I fuck with a lot more.
Gotcha.
Now I'm curious, like who's an artist you haven't worked with yet that you would love to work with?
Let's see. Honestly, off the top of my head, it's really hard to think. Maybe Adam from Oceano. I had a lot of fun working with Coco, I gotta say. That was a lot of fun. And Coco, like honestly, I think I learned a lot just by looking at the way he does his drumming.
Really?
So yeah, like he's very fast, and I write some very slow music, like down tempo. Mm-hmm. So seeing him send those tracks over and then putting the song together, that was wild, because I was like, damn, I never thought like of playing drums the way he does. So that's really cool. I feel like everyone in Oceano's got some sort of unique thing for the table, for sure. So yeah, I would say Adam for sure. I would love to work with Adam. I mean, I feel like I've worked with so many artists that it's kind of a tricky selection, I guess.
Yeah, I feel that. It's weird because for anybody who doesn't know this, I feel like they should know this if you clicked on this and were interested in learning more about Fred Nihilist. But you were in Beyond Deviation for a while, and truth is, until Bd400, I hadn't heard of you guys, and I hadn't heard of that style of I guess I'm sure you have a more accurate term for it, but beatdown style deathcore, but with that vocal approach. It was unique for me. I had just never heard that much of the whistle toned high screams in anything other than like Shrine of Malice.
Oh yeah, Shrine. Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
It's okay, we don't have to talk about them, but
oh, I don't mind. I've heard. I've worked actually with Greg when I was in my previous band. Obviously before their band shut down or whatever happened there. Yeah, he had a very high scream as well, I believe. So that was interesting.
I'm not gonna lie, I never really listened to Shrine of Malice until that stuff came out. So I was like, oh, maybe I should look into this band before I start talking about them a little bit.
I don't know exactly what happened. I try to actually avoid all this. I guess I don't want to call it internet drama or anything like that, but I detach myself a lot from the scene, surprisingly. Like I just focus on the bands I like and stuff like that, the ones that I listen to a lot, and every now and then I discover new bands and I check them out, and then I just become a fan and I go through their discography. It sounds weird saying that because obviously I've collabed with all these like musicians and stuff, but I like to discover. Does that make sense? Yeah, I like to discover the music
it does.
on my own.
No, that I think there's something of an adventurous feeling in going and actively seeking out new music. It's part of the fun of it for me, especially because like it's so easy.
Yeah, you just be scrolling on your feed one day and someone will be, or you'll have like 3 people talking about one band. So then I'll be like, all right, well, let me check it out. They must be newsworthy, or they must be a notable band. So something's interesting. Let me go and see what that is.
Literally, yeah.
It's weird because like for a long time I used to say Spotify was the place I used to discover the most artists, but now it's become more Instagram and TikTok. Like Instagram has kind of made it easier, and TikTok has definitely made it easier, but
especially TikTok, I agree.
Between random DMs that, you know, people just fire off copy paste shit, hoping someone out there will listen. Between listening to those and just random through the grapevine shit, like a lot of bands post memes now to like promote themselves, and discovering bands that way has also been kind of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny how the algorithm changes over time, where, you know, it could be straight up promotion, could be the easiest thing, but nowadays, yeah, memes are doing very well. And who knows what's next, honestly. It's crazy. I can't imagine in 5 years from now, like what people are going to be posting.
What we got to do now.
I feel like memes are going to be I feel like memes are definitely going to stay for a very, very long time when it comes to promotion. I have that feeling that's going to be like, I don't know what's, like you said, I don't know what's going to happen in about 5 years, but I feel like definitely memes are definitely going to be the big turning point. I mean, obviously it's a turning point at this moment, but
yeah,
I don't know what you can top memes. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know if you can top memes, in my honest opinion, when it comes to really anything.
The great thing about
promotion
gets people smiling, so it kind of has more interaction, I feel.
Yeah.
People are just looking for that escapism.
Oh, for sure.
And it's
I downloaded TikTok only like a month ago because I'm like, all right, well, what am I doing without it? I'm slowing down my growth, so I might as well start somewhere. So I downloaded it.
I never wanted TikTok.
Yeah, I was the same way.
I never wanted it.
I started going through the feed and it just wouldn't stop, and I was like, damn, I see it's addictive. So
yeah,
I had to.
My girlfriend actually got me into it, but I was like, I really didn't want it, and then my girlfriend just kept showing me different videos, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'll fucking give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny how it works.
Originally, I came to the platform really just to make videos with my son, like, because I thought all I thought it was a fucking kids app. So I'm like, oh well, my son watches all these, you know, family YouTubers and shit. So like, fuck it, like we could just, you know, sit here and play games on the floor, sit here, record ourselves. He'll have a good time because he's, you know, he loves being on camera. But that was what I originally came to TikTok for. And now I'm, you know, fucking running Metal Sucks TikTok and apparently beefing with Ronnie Radke.
I still can't believe that. I still can't fucking believe that.
I don't even know what to say.
Literally opened up TikTok and saw the beef. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I haven't been on TikTok all fucking day, and I turn this.
The best part is, though, about all that is I have fan mail because of it. They are Ronnie Radke's little little army of people have taken to emailing the people at Metal Sucks to let them know exactly what I do on the platform and how I'm such an unprofessional employee. And I really appreciate the fan mail.
Do it.
I really do. You guys make my day.
You didn't do it on the Metal Sucks TikTok. That's the thing.
Yeah, I know.
So like,
you know what it is?
That just blows my mind. It's like,
well, the thing is originally I was going to make a Metal Sucks video about Ronnie Radke being an anti-masker, but there are things that I can explain to you that's going on behind the scenes of Metal Sucks when we're not recording, and it'll make a little bit more sense. However, whether it was on Metal Sucks or on my personal account, I would have said the same thing.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. He's just he's a person that likes. I mean, hey, I do respect the guy for just literally just going over. I mean, it works for him going over hate on his TikTok. I respect that, but it's like, you know. you can do.
I supported the first couple videos he was making because he was defending the false allegations, and like watching people I know from TikTok, like have known for the last year that I've been on the platform, watching them give in to the bullshit. Like they didn't have any solid arguments. I had a good point. On Ronnie is that he didn't know that masks actually work, and seeing how many of his following eats that up and wants to argue about it all day was honestly kind of disappointing. Not because like it hurts my feelings or anything, but seeing so many people with nothing better to do than to try to tear me down, it's kind of sad when you look at it from that lens. But what are you going to do? There's always going to be people like that out there. And yeah. But now, Fred, how you said you've been on TikTok for a month now.
I think so, like a month or two, probably.
Because if I had known that you were on TikTok, I would have tagged you in the Metal Sucks post I made promoting the 666 song.
Oh, it was probably afterwards, though.
Yeah, it was definitely well after the fact. But now that I know about it, I'll find you and I'll make sure you're tagged in the comments and pinned and stuff, so that maybe just like 5% of the people who see the video will click comments and then find you somehow. But I've found that people discover new bands on TikTok in a way that is just so different than any other platform. It's fascinating, really.
How so?
It feels to me like the combination of meme culture and what was interesting about Vine is kind of making a love child with TikTok. Like it's not just about the viral dance videos.
Yeah.
Like seeing what Massive Breakdowns does, seeing what Nasty Breakdowns does, and all the other breakdown pages, because that's what people they want. They want more of that, a day to remember.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, breakdown pages are doing pretty well. I've noticed breakdowns are definitely getting hype, especially in metal TikTok, I should say.
That's for damn sure.
Or they make like little videos to where they're like, this sad, depressed kid comes in the studio or whatever. He's like, "Don't worry, I'll kill this," and then he promotes a song like Suko or whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't think
he does that a lot. Yeah, you do. He was with Papa Roach. He did a thing with Papa Roach.
Oh, wait. You said Suko, right? No. He was making rap, but now he makes pop punk, right?
Yeah, I believe he made that, yeah.
So like every rapper right now.
I don't want to say that.
Tell me I'm wrong. Fucking tell me Go ahead. Listen, and at me.
Listen, Pat, listen.
I'm listening.
you know I don't have anything else to say after I say, listen, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
And move on.
That's right. I'm waiting. Dude, you and my wife do that. You're like, listen here, motherfucker. And then you never have anything to say. I'm going to tell you. Let me tell you something.
Tell me. Tell me.
No, says nothing. Just let me tell you something, all right?
Then just walks away. Literally.
So we are going to take a quick break while Zoom decides it's going to end this call, and we'll be right back. And we're back. Hope you enjoyed whatever that song was we just showed you. I'm sure it was a banger.
It was all right.
You know, can we talk about can we talk about how trash that snare tone was?
It's pretty bad. Sounded like paper.
Like paper?
Yeah. When you pull a piece of paper.
There it is. I didn't realize we were listening to Noise Core.
Listen here, motherfucker. I love it.
Noise Core is where it's at.
Yeah, and just little samples of just like tearing it. Yeah.
Giving me ideas.
Oh my god, Noise Core album right there.
Take a piece of poster board and just jiggle it so that it makes that weird sound. That whoop.
Oh, yeah. And get 600 people to do that. Put a song together.
Yeah. There is you cannot top 666, Brad. I know people are talking about doing 777 and 999. Fred, I'm worried for your mental health if you try to do this.
Yeah, I would be too. I feel like one day it might happen though. Who knows? It might not be a day soon. It could be a decade. It could be two, but who knows?
Maybe I'll actually have the self-consciousness to actually go into it, because I didn't with the 666. I was like, I'm not good enough, so I'm gonna let you guys do the work. Was not confident at all, and Pat was bothering me to do it, and I'm like, I don't have the skill. Okay.
Yeah, like I went right to TikTok. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I heard about 666, I went straight to TikTok and said, "Look, there's an exciting project you might want to be a part of because it broke a world record." Did you ever end up getting the paperwork back from Guinness about that?
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
That is a weird process.
I wouldn't doubt that, especially with Guinness.
Yeah.
They're too busy drinking on the job.
They probably looked at it and it was like, metal? They're probably like, you know what? This ain't even worth it. We're going to go for the guy that farts 50 times in a minute. Let's go for that one. Let's go for that one. And the worst part is that's probably true. And that's the worst part. It's like, this guy can clip his nails in a matter of 2 seconds. Let's get that guy in this bitch.
Yeah, that's newsworthy.
Literally.
I can see that.
Meet the man who held a fart for 5 minutes straight.
Literally.
He's probably in the hospital.
Well, the thing is, with Guinness Book of World Records, a representative has to be there. So maybe that's a thing. Maybe he had to be in your room watching the video process. He's like, all right, I gotta make sure this is legit.
Yeah, it's gonna get to a point where I have to send them all the emails of all the stems, every vocalist. Like,
honestly, I think that's probably what you're gonna have to do, because Guinness is kind of stingy like that, to where like a representative has to be there to record everything.
Oh yeah, it's super detailed. Like they need a lot of evidence, and like it's hitting me in the emails every 3 or 4 months. They're maybe more frequently. Well, they say they get to you every 12 weeks or something like that, but every time it's like, we need more evidence.
Yeah,
we need to...
like, I mean, other than that, like speed running in the video game community is kind of like run by run by people that made the actual page or whatever, because I speedrun a little bit, but it's kind of the same thing as Guinness, but obviously Guinness World Records is a little bit more less lenient than the speedrunner community, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Do you have any kind of like insight into what the process was before you took the swing for it, or was it just, you know, you were really into the idea and you just went for it?
Oh, I just went for it. I was gonna be well, I was gonna originally have like 12 people on a track because I was thinking like, okay, that'd be fucking cool. 12 to 20 people. Like I haven't seen bands do that really, so I was like, I wonder how it would sound. I was pretty curious. So, and because I do the production myself, I was like, why not? You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
What inspired you to do like 12 vocalists on a track? Like, was it the Jared Dines guitar shredded whatever that they had like a million fucking people on? Or?
Not really, no. That is cool though. For me, I was inspired just by friends, basically. In a Facebook group, we're all vocalists in a group, so we kind of were just chatting, and I was just thinking like, I feel like we should all collab because we're all buddies, and so I was like, you know what, let's see how many people we can collab with. And and one day I was just at work, like I was thinking in my head, like I was talking to my buddy, he's also into deathcore, and I was working as a barber at the time, so I'm cutting his hair, and I'm like, yeah, so I have this idea, I'm gonna work on a track, like I get like 20 friends on this track just so we can vibe. And I said as a joke, you know what, like, what's the world record? Like, I feel like, because that's like a pretty cool feature, you know? So, like, what the hell's the world record? So I looked it up and I'm like, I'm gonna beat it. I just straight up said, like straight up, I'm gonna top it because I could do it. Just because I have the time, I have the energy. So, and if anyone out there wants to beat it, good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
I hope you know what you're getting into. I hope you're a producer, because if you're going to send that to a producer, you're going to pay a lot of money.
I don't want to know how much that's going to cost.
No, I don't want to know either.
It's time consuming for sure.
I honestly thought you were inspired by the Jared Dines collab for the guitarists and stuff like that. That's what I thought you were. I would have bet a lot of money that you were inspired by that, but obviously I was wrong, so I would have lost a lot of money. But that's what I personally thought. It was like, oh, well, because Pat talked it when we were working together, and I was like, oh, okay. So he's probably thinking about doing like a vocal version of the shredding collab that Jared Dines did. But obviously, I was completely wrong.
So I'm curious. No, like, what was the record before? Because when you first had this idea, BD. When you had the idea at first, it was Bd400. What was the record at that time?
It was 365, and originally the project was called 366 plus, because it got to a point, I think it was 3 days or 4 days into the project, where I was getting so many people, and I'm like, I really just need 366 to beat this record, but I don't want to say no to these people, right? So
yeah, right.
I'm like, 400, we're capping it at 400. I can't like go past that. So then writing the instrumental that began. Yeah, and then
wait. You didn't have the instrumental before you took all the requests?
I had a lot of instrumentals written.
Okay.
Like
okay, I was gonna say
for my solo stuff.
No, Pat, he just said fuck it and just pressed a bunch of buttons and there it is.
I literally thought this man was gonna tell me that he shat out a 45-minute song on a whim. On a whim because he was following the dopamine or something. I don't know.
I would have cried. I would have cried laughing.
666, most of it was improvised, and then I wrote drums on top of it. And then obviously I added like detail, environment, stuff like that before bringing the vocalist in. But originally when it was 400, I had a lot of solo stuff written. So I took those instrumentals, I compiled it into a track. I kind of had some reoccurring parts. And then the guitarist, he wrote stuff as well. He wrote the first, I think 7 minutes or so. And then, yeah, and then the rest was basically a Nihilist material. But before it was Nihilist, it was called Red Room. So that's what I was doing there. And then I deleted everything of Red Room, rebranded, and began starting Nihilist.
Basically, it was like, well, I want to cap it at 400, but I'm too nice, so I'm going to have like all these guys come on. I can't say no.
No, there's two tracks, Kyle. There's Bd400 and Nihilist.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I got mixed up. I thought you got 400 and then you got more people coming in and you're like, well, I can't say no, so I guess I'll just fucking put 6.
Yeah, it was kind of like that too, though, because like a lot of people, you know, they were like, oh, I missed it. I missed 400, so
right,
like, let's do it again. That was so fucking fun. Like, so.
Who helped you work on the project?
Like for 400 or for 666?
Well, both, I should say. I should
Okay.
rectify or whatever that
it's
word
pretty
is.
much just me. Like, it was my project. And the guitarist, like I said, he wrote the first, like, I think 7 minutes it was for guitars. And then I think the drummer, he put some drums on there. Other than that, I wrote the rest. I did the lyrics, instrumental, production, all that stuff. So, and then Nylist 666 is just 100% me, and then all the vocalists, they lended their vocal techniques, their recordings. They put their personal take on it. Yeah, Patrick, no, he did his spot.
I don't even. Okay, don't shame me for this, but I don't remember my lyrics for either song.
I never even announced the lyrics, actually. I totally was like, this is gonna be a secret kind of thing. Yeah, for Nihilist 666, for 400, I did, yeah, the lyrics were dropped, but 666, I made sure to keep it hidden.
It's like a gore noise song. Just figure out the lyrics by yourself.
Yeah.
Just figure it out. You'll be all right.
You're not supposed to know what the lyrics are. It's supposed to just be.
Not with that attitude.
No.
Not with that attitude.
No. Who needs
you
words?
You gotta make the lyric.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just get a whole bunch of people to go and then one person to go.
Yeah. Something I wanted to do was have everyone like make their own words, but people were saying it's not going to make sense, and I was like thinking, yeah, that's the point. But
it really depends. Honestly, with that, it depends, because it's just
I think
it could sound good, which I agree. It probably it could. I feel like it could have worked, but I do agree with what you were saying. With it might not make sense, but on another standpoint, it's like, does it really matter at this point? You got 666 people on this track.
Yeah, it's true. Because it's an hour long. I feel like you gotta, if you have 666 different stories, or 2 or 3, or
literally,
or what, like 666 reasons why, like.
Shut the fuck up.
No, but the reason I think it could work, though, having everybody write their own parts, is if what you did was you said, here's your timestamp, you get this much time to just get as much as you can get, and just please, for the love of life, fucking be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I really wanted, was people to showcase their sound, because like the whole track, like one of the main purposes of it is it's actually a showcase of vocalists. Like it's a good way to discover, you know, new artists. Like I discovered several bands from that track. Like the moment people were sending stems, I was like, I'm gonna go listen to this band. Like the moment I opened
Right.
the stems, I listened to the vocals. I'm like, this person, this person, this person. I made a little list. I'm like, check them out. And yeah, it's so I definitely suggest going through, even if you don't want to listen to it for a whole hour, just skim through some parts, look for some of the unique vocalists that catch your attention, um, and check them out.
Now, what I didn't see, was there a deadline to this 666, or was there?
There were so
'Cause I don't
many
remember.
deadlines.
I was gonna say,
There
how
were
would you?
deadlines.
You wouldn't have been able to get it done without deadlines.
Oh yeah. Oh, people were thinking they had all the time in the world. I'm like, no, I gotta let people in, because
Right.
you know,
right.
people are willing to record on the daily, and I'm just not willing to wait too long because I'm impatient. So I would set a deadline, like I would bring in a couple hundred people, and I would say, okay, the deadline is in 1 week, or maybe a week and a
Got you.
half or something, just so that they can have the weekend to record or plan it. If they miss it, I would just bring in the next people and say, all right, you got another week and a half or so.
Got you.
And if
'Cause I
if they were
thought,
really passionate and you know something came up they couldn't record, they just let me know, and I'm like, yeah, take your time. Like, no, not a huge rush, but there are so many people that wanted to.
it's not a huge rush, but hurry the fuck up.
Oh my God.
But life
So
happens. Like
basically-
a lot of people
yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
yeah.
So was it when I talk about deadlines, was there like because I know how you said that, oh, you have a week for this, week for that, but did you actually have a certified deadline to where it's like, hey, you get this much time and this is when it's coming out, I need this to happen right now?
I wouldn't say it was ever like tight to release day, because I don't think I made the release day until the track was like 100% done. That's normally how I would go about things. So like technically it was laid back, but it was also like something that I wanted to get done, so that I can focus on my how do I say that, my other projects, my you know, the party peak out, because you know that was in the works during 666, I believe. I had a lot of music. I'm always working on something, and 666, it was really a primary focus. Like when I was working on that, I was only working on that, and it had me craving like other projects for sure, because I love doing several things at a time. I love having like different things going on.
I'm kind of the same way.
It's a good thing because you look forward to it.
Well,
yeah, it honestly depends for me. Like it depending on what, especially streaming wise, because I want to like finish a game, but I also want to play a different game. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want to play this game.
I'm the
but
most
I have to finish it.
ADHD. I'm the most ADHD gamer. I will play a game for 5 minutes, then play another game for 5 minutes.
I feel that.
I don't know. I suck at finishing games. Like I actually, when I still had an N64, I never actually beat the end of Ocarina of Time. I never beat that boss battle.
I think for me, it's picking the game in the first place. Sometimes with music, it's finding the artist to listen to, or yeah, I'll be going through the game library and I'll be like, here's my selection. I can't choose. And then at the end of the day, I pick and I'm like, well, I don't have time anymore.
or it's like fuck. And then it's like, all right, let me choose this. All right, I'm going to play this game. But then you end up going to the same game that you've been playing for like 6 years. It's like, all right, let me go back to that real quick.
Oh, yeah.
The old reliable.
Literally. Because I do the same thing, because when I stream, I want to stream, like, if I stream like a story-based game, I want to finish it and make a collab of all the moments that I get. Like right now I'm playing Mafia 3, but today I wanted to play Dead by Daylight, and obviously that didn't work out, and I was like, fuck, I should have just fucking streamed Mafia. Fuck.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know. See,
Heck, I was looking forward to the Grand Theft Auto trilogy, but everyone said bad things about it, so I'll wait.
I have a guy that I work with, and he pre-ordered it, and he's like, the only thing that he ran into was like fucking textures not loading or something like that, and I was like, I've seen a lot more shit other than textures, so I'm like, I'm not spending $60 on like a broken ass game, so I'm good. I'm good right now. As much as I would love to play it,
I'm not much of a gamer, but all I think of now when I think of games like not being ready for release is Cyberpunk. Like, that's all I had to compare it to.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games I can compare that to.
Oh yeah. It's totally cool to delay your game. They definitely pushed it. Like, honestly, delaying your game it's a smart decision, because I swear, like, if they're gonna straight up drop it, like I was playing a lot of Halo, they dropped it, and honestly, it just feels unfinished. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, that reminds me.
It's kind of like.
No, I get it.
My vibe.
That reminds me. Yeah, no, literally. Like, I wanted I'm very up in the air about this new wrestling game, the WWE game that's coming out. I'm very biased because the last game was fucking trash. You could not play it whatsoever. And I'm like, fuck, I really want a new wrestling game. But then, like, I saw so many people, like, just don't get it. I literally try to play a regular match by myself, and it just crashes immediately. So just don't do it. So I'm like up in the air with the new wrestling game that's coming out.
Just don't be first in line to get it. Wait a couple weeks, see what the reception is, and then
I never pre-order games anymore. I refuse. I refuse to pre-order games anymore.
I don't know. I only just started playing games because I just got my Switch. That's we're gonna see. We're gonna see what I feel like doing.
Yeah, my girlfriend's bothering me. We need a Switch, and I agree. I want to play Switch, but I have my PS4 and my Xbox One, and she has her PS4. So
I'm just a Nintendo guy. I've always liked the classic Nintendo games. What I really want to see come back sometime is fucking Conker's Bad Fur Day. I want to see them bring like a modern take on that game, but also do something that they kind of did back when that game first came out, which was kind of be revolutionary, kind of like that game was very far ahead of its time. I don't know. I don't really know many games that were doing the multiplayer split screens during that time. I don't know.
I would have to disagree with that one.
I don't know. That's why I'm saying.
007 GoldenEye comes to mind immediately.
Okay. You got me on that for sure. But there were a lot of really
I would
weird
like to see them
shit.
remaster Conkers. Yeah, I would like to see them remaster Conker. I'd play it. I would.
Yeah. That's the thing, though. Not a lot of unique ideas lately. I feel like last year, like, really was like a weak year in the gaming industry. Like, I don't think I got anything except for Mario Golf.
But I wanted that so bad. I fucking want that so bad.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I got a Switch just for Mario Golf and Ring Fit, just because I love indoor fitness. Like, I like that. I like those fitness games as long as I don't have to dance. They're fun.
Honestly, like, I would probably get Switch just for the golf and this weird ass indie wrestling game that's like fucking ridiculous. It's so stupid ridiculous that I'd get it. But yeah, I really wanted to play Mario Golf. I really wanted to play it. I want to play it so bad.
I'm sitting here playing fucking kids games, dude.
Well, you also have
Hey,
a
why
kid.
No, like that was the plan when
And
getting
also,
it. Was,
why not? Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's right. Why not? Fuck it.
I
I'm a
don't
huge fan
care.
of horror games. Well, like I said, with horror movies, like that inspires a lot of my music. So for me, horror
I
video
try.
games is
I try
another.
so hard to stay away from them things. I try
Oh
so
man,
I love
hard to
them.
stay away from horror
I'm
games.
all about it.
Feel like it. I don't like horror whatsoever. I'm a bitch. I will admit that I am a bitch.
While
But I
wearing a
like
Cannibal
playing.
Corpse shirt.
I was about to
Shut
say
the
that.
fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I guess
But
that's more gore than horror.
Yeah, that's gore. Fuck you, Pat.
I'll give you that.
I will admit I do like the Resident Evil games. They're really good. And
That was
Fear,
the first game I downloaded.
Fear. Yeah, Resident Evil's really good.
First
Fear, I don't know if you guys heard of Fear.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Fear is I love the Fear series, except for the third one because the third one's dog shit. But
well, I feel with every horror franchise, they eventually go into action.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of people would say Resident Evil 6.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people would say that, or Resident Evil Raccoon City, and I actually enjoyed Raccoon City, but you know, I hate horror movies. I don't hate horror movies. I just hate being scared. That's the main thing. I hate being scared.
When Kyle gets scared, it's easily the funniest thing.
Shut the fuck up.
There are some people in this world who are entertaining to watch get scared. You just happen to be one of those people, Kyle.
Yeah, I know. And I don't have the heart for it. Okay. Okay. I don't have the heart for it. Okay.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
But I will play them. I will play them. As much as it pains me to play them, I will play them if they're good.
So Fred, what are some horror games that do inspire you?
Some horror games that inspire me, I would start off with Silent Hill.
Okay.
Silent Hill 2. Game, it's got such an environment. It's got such a emotion to it. It's like a game I go to if I'm like in a deep depression. It's just something that like puts me out of like my world into a different world, and it connects me with so much different symbolism. It gets you thinking, and it's to me that's my all-time favorite. So Silent Hill 2, and then Silent Hill 4, I'm pretty sure I wrote a song based off of that one. Yeah, sometime I did that. But that stuff it inspires me a ton. And then Resident Evil for me, it's more like a zombie kind of thing. It's not necessarily I'm not crazy invested into the stories, so it can go as crazy as it wants, as it has. So they got pretty Texas Chainsaw on the 7th one there, but for me, I love stuff like that. I do love gore as well. I love horror gore, as long as there's some sort of creativity involved. If it has a compelling story, something that draws me in. It doesn't even have to have a good story. Honestly, it can be a shitty story, as long as it honestly it makes me think. That's what I look for in any sort of horror. I just want to think, like get my brain doing something. So, for example, Nightmare on Elm Street, the effects are unreal. Like you'll be watching behind the scenes, like how the fuck did they do some of these things? So like the creativity is next level.
That's what's up.
I actually surprisingly have never played the Silent Hill series. I've never played the Silent Hill series, and I kicked myself in the ass for not playing it.
It's great. It's probably one of my favorite series. And
I've seen gameplays and I've seen speedruns of them. So like it doesn't interest me in playing them, but I just never done it.
If ever, I would say any of the first 4 games. The last 4 are the Americanized versions, like after they sent it to an American. Like I'm probably getting that wrong, because they were team silent at first for the first 4 games, and then they started getting more westernized, and then the games sucked. the last 4 games were not good. Well, I enjoyed them though, but they weren't as
that
good
reminds
as the
me
first
of
4.
That reminds me when THQ went out of business and all the wrestling games turned to shit. I was like, all right, cool. And Saint Row.
Everything's got to sell out at some point.
Yep.
Well, hopefully not everything.
Well, yeah. Never mind. I'll take that back. Hopefully not everything.
You guys might know the answer to this question. I'm looking for a replacement for the instant hit of dopamine that is Burnout, like the older Burnout games. Just those, anything that involves crashing type mini games. Those
I
would eat up my time.
I would probably suggest Wreckfest. I mean, they don't really have mini games except for Demolition Derby, but I would probably do Wreckfest. I actually have it on my PlayStation. I got to re-download it and play it again. But I would definitely say Wreckfest would probably be a really good suit. For racing wise, I would do Dirt. Dirt's a good series. Obviously, Forza Horizon is a good series for the realistic kind of way. But if you're not looking for realistic, I'd go with Dirt. Dirt is probably one of my all-time favorite racing games.
I think I only have like 64 gigs on my little memory card. So I really can't do that much with that.
You fucking have enough, Pat.
No, I have Mortal Kombat 11. All right, I don't have that much room anymore.
Well, that's your problem.
Whatever. I'll upgrade to like a fucking terabyte if I have to. Just so I can have every free game.
That reminds me, I need to like uninstall some games that take like 100 and some odd gigabytes.
It's crazy now. They got the hard drive game needs to jump up because they're holding back.
Literally,
on us. They can be dropping 100 terabyte hard drives any day now. Come on, I'm waiting.
And you don't have to, and you don't have to spend like an arm and a leg or a left testicle trying to fucking buy something like that. Like,
one day it's gonna be like, it's gonna be kind of like the USB sticks. How back then they would have 250.
Literally,
megabytes. Yep. A 250 megabyte stick was like what, $20, and now it's like
literally literally, yeah.
I can't wait.
I need to. Speaking of that, I need to get rid of Smite. I don't fucking play that game anymore.
Yeah,
it takes up so much fucking room on my PlayStation.
I tried it. I don't get it.
Yeah, they need to up the game sometime soon so I can upgrade this laptop, get some more storage, make some more music.
That's what it comes down to. My man needs all the terabytes in the world so that he can have, as a 10-year anniversary to the 666 drop, we got to do 10,000 vocalists on one song.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I need more space. That's the problem.
Yeah. And you need,
where am I going to put all these vocalists? Which hard drives am I going to use?
What fucking DAW are you going to use that's going to let you run a song long enough to have 10,000 vocalists on it? Like,
the song's going to be so long, I'm going to have to start switching genres. It's going to be like 1 hour of metal, 1 hour of rock, 1 hour of punk, and then we'll put in some lo-fi and some smooth jazz.
I was just about to say, fuck it, classical. Classical, fuck it.
Classical.
See, I like the idea.
A choir on this mic.
I like the idea of lo-fi black metal vocals a cappella to study to.
That's neat. Yeah. I dabble in lo-fi, so
No, I
haven't added my metal vocals to it though. That'd be crazy.
That'd be fucking ridiculous.
Imagine how you can actually make
that
work.
What is this, Frank Sinatra? Frank Sinatra and fucking big huge brie come out of nowhere. Fuck.
It's just whisper.
What the fuck's going on here?
Makes me think of that I Declare War Christmas.
Whisper metal vocals onto lo-fi.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
That might be the only thing I haven't heard by them, actually. I've heard of it so many times. I hear about it like every year, but for some reason I never listen to it.
The one that I
don't
always go
either.
to
I'm
is
not gonna
Jingle
lie
Bell
to you.
Rock. Jingle Bell Rock, for whatever reason, just like, because I like his approach to it, because he doesn't sound like he's trying to go too crazy with it. He's just straight Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bell Rock over the original instrumental. It's, I don't know. I just love something about that.
Oh, it's not metal. It's like, it's a regular instrumental
It's like
with
the
metal
original.
The regular. It
The
was the
regular,
regular instrumental.
the original
with
track,
harsh
yeah.
vocals.
Okay.
It's so, that's what is like appealing to me about it, is that it feels so out of place and so unnatural that, like, I don't know. It feels sacrilegious to me in a way that makes me like it a little more.
I mean, Corey Taylor did a version of Jingle Bells, but it was just his own version of doing it. And I always share it. Always.
I'm gonna give that one to Korn. I think Korn
Shut
had
the
the better
fuck up.
Jingle Bell cover.
I don't know, because I probably listened to it and I don't remember it, so I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, he fucking did gutturals.
To where it's good or not. That doesn't surprise me.
It was a death metal cover. Like that was my introduction to Korn. Imagine that being your first impression of Korn is him low gutturaling and slow down tune chugging going Jingle Bells. I was expecting something different than Freak on a Leash.
Fuck.
Anyway.
We're in fucking February.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Keep singing Christmas songs. I don't give a fuck.
Shut
I'm gonna be doing that on Valentine's Day.
Shut the fuck up, Pat.
So I'm curious, what is on the horizon for Nihilist?
Okay, that's a good one. Because I do have a lot in mind, though I'm just seeing how things go out first. I've noticed the growth is it's going pretty fast, and I'm very happy with that. I didn't think it would go as fast as it's going right now, so it kind of has me reassessing some of my goals. But at the moment, I'm currently dropping a 4-track EP, 5 tracks if you get the CD, because I put a hidden track on the CD. I like to give a little incentive for the physical collectors out there.
I feel like more people should do that. I feel like more people should do that, especially bands.
It's fun stuff because it kind of gets you curious. It gets you more into the collecting side too, for those that are actually interested. So I've been working on that. The EP is called Apart. It's got a variety of dark songs telling different stories. So I was working on that. That was actually written later last year. Some of it was like one of the songs on there I wrote in 2019. Another one I wrote in 2020. But No Soul was actually it's one of the songs on the EP. That song was written for the Nylist EP. It was supposed to be where Neglected was actually. Weird. So the first song on the Nylist EP is supposed to be No Soul, but it's actually going to be on the Apart EP because we decided to give it more time as Coco was working on it. So that's another thing too, like working with guests. Like there's things can come up and sometimes it'll take a bit longer than expected. So we switched that over. But I'm
I think it
glad
was a wise move.
because that song needed it needed a
Yeah.
better spotlight than being like a track without a music video, because
Mhm.
I already did music videos for 2 songs on the EP. So I'm glad that we gave it like another spotlight of its own. So and then Broken Glass is also on the EP. That's quite an interesting song, because I wanted it to stay like trippy and have these kind of like drug addiction vibes to it. So I went with the video style that we did for Suicidal, make it really trippy and flashy colors.
I
So
fuck with that.
that's in process. Well, it's all done technically. The EP is done. And I've been jamming it. So that's coming out February 25th. And then I got my first show, actually. Just announced it today.
Oh, nice.
It's on March 11th. Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
it's gonna be sick.
So I'm curious, are you
So
gonna be?
that's
Are you going up as a solo act, or do you have like session players, or what's the situation with that?
so for this show, I'm gonna try doing everything robotically, digitally.
Nice.
I'm gonna run the instrumentals through speakers, and yeah, and I have like a whole setup. I made all sorts of live specific samples so that it's more of a unique experience, I guess, per se.
Oh, nice.
So like
Okay.
the live show it's yeah, you
Oh,
got
okay,
all sorts
gotcha.
of different sounds coming out of the speakers, and I'm gonna try and tweak some of the instrumentals too, so that it doesn't sound exactly the same. Put some random samples in there, make it a fun experience.
There you go. Here you
You
go.
need some fucking TikTok meme samples, man.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Literally.
Just you got to take a split-second clip of berries and cream, or just anything small like that.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna play some stuff that's not released like as well. I got 2 songs that they're not even out, but I'm definitely gonna play them.
I mean, most bands, especially with the last interview, Downfall of Mankind, they played some of their stuff that weren't even talked about because they had to do a specific amount of time. So they're like, all right, we'll play this new song and we won't say what it is. We'll just play it.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm about that.
I'm concerned for the sound system wherever you're going to be playing at. The reason I say
Because of
that
the bass
is
drops.
yes, the bass drops.
Yeah, I know. I'm concerned too.
Like
I
I
have
like a
so
bass
much
drop.
low end in my mix. It's insane.
Yeah,
No,
I fuck with a bass drop.
that is what I love about the way you mix, because people give me shit that I like put more bass in my mixes, like almost to the point where it's like more bass than guitar, but that's just what I like.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I love. For me, I do listen on studio monitors, like big speakers, but on the go, I'm all about the closed in-ear experience, like when you have your earphones in, something that kind of seals the sound
Right.
and isolates the outside. You get so much low end that you really feel like the environments, you feel the bass drops, you feel the impacts on everything. So for me, like I love reading those comments too. Like every time a new song drops, there's always someone saying like those MySpace like bass drops or something. Like just distorted, like but really heavy.
One of these days, I'm going to ask you to show me the trick to that, because I don't understand it, but it's wild. I fuck with it, and I would be okay with
Yeah,
more
man.
bands doing it.
It's it was a tough was a tough journey finding my sound, because like the amount of, you know, different plugins, different bass drops I went through. Like I went through so many different like sounds that I was like, okay, this is the one that I'm gonna use, and this is the one I'm gonna like consistently use, but change the pitch and sometimes maybe add more gain, sometimes make it softer, make it more of a vibration kind of. Like it's always I'm always finding different ways, but it took a while to find like what works. Because trust me, there's so many things that don't work. Like I've tried almost, well, I can't say I've tried everything, but I've tried many things, and it's a process, like crazy stuff.
I get where you're coming from, because like for me, my struggle is like how do you mix a loud trap beat with breakdowns, and how do you do one on top of the other? And like I'm trying to do weird shit like that, and balancing out all
Okay,
that
that's
low
crazy.
end
Yeah.
without sounding muddy is so fucking hard. Trying to have, you know, trap 808s and like really aggressive down tuned chugs. It's hard to put all that together and be cohesive.
Yeah, a lot of clarity gets lost. It's very tough.
Yeah. But one of the things that like really sets your project apart from other breakdown type bands is the atmospheres that you use, as well as the bass drops. I obviously bass drops become so apparent with your project compared to others, but really there's a lot of like atmospheric elements that I think that a lot of people don't really pick up on because they don't listen for that kind of thing, but they definitely feel it when they're like, you know, fully actively listening to it.
Yeah, that's something that's like super important for me. A lot of times I'll be working on a track, and it would just feel um, like in the early stages, it would feel empty, like it would feel almost generic. And I don't like using that word because, uh, you know, there's there is a lot of people doing the same thing out there, but um, for me, I felt like I needed something, like, or many things, honestly, to set me apart. Like, I'm the kind of person that would look at something that everyone else is doing, and I would say to myself, how do I not do that? How do I do something like that,
Mm-hmm.
but make it my own? So, like, let's say everyone is doing a cover of To the Hellfire.
Really?
Most likely, I wouldn't really hop on the bandwagon. I would figure out a way to make it my own, kind of. It's not my song, obviously, but make it my own like cover. Like what would I do differently, as opposed to, you know, me just doing what everyone else is doing?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I would think about it, and then I would probably make a meme.
There you go. Fuck it. When in doubt, make a meme.
Yeah, because with memes you can get very unique. But realistically, I would probably um, hmm, I would probably put whistles on it or something, like a whistle tone scream, because no one else is really putting whistle tone screams on the Lorna Shore breakdown there. But yeah, but that's what I mean though, is I would just do something different. And if everyone starts doing whistle tone screens, I'll do something else. You know, like there's always something that's not being done. So
Yeah.
I'll I go into my deep thinking, and
Right.
sometimes it happens overnight. People say things don't happen overnight, but sometimes they do. It's
Yeah.
really weird.
No. Yeah.
I think it's weird how gutturals and just like deathcore vocals have evolved at this point, because like the average deathcore vocalist 10 years ago was impressive if he could do a good high and a good low. Now you have to be able to do
Yeah, yeah,
that. You have to have a good mid range. You have to have good tunnels. You have to be able to
Right.
pull off a lot, something that's unique. And like to me, there's only one person outside of the fact that like I only know a handful of people doing whistle tones, but there's only one person I know that's pulling off a nasal like snort type scream, and that's Kyle Williams. I don't know anybody else that can do that.
Is that the that's like the vibrating kind of sound?
It sounds fucking
Uh,
alien. Like it is
I feel
such a
like
unique
I might know
sound.
what you're thinking there.
He's from that project. He was in the band Barber.
Oh yeah, I do know
I'm
Kyle.
pretty sure you did a song with him.
Yep, yeah, we have a track there. I know it. Yes, I know what you're talking about. So the sound he makes, it's like, I guess I would call it vibration, kind of like a like a tiger. How do you not like a tiger, but when you do that purring tiger sound, it kind of has like a
Yeah. Fuck.
yeah.
I
I'm
think
trying to
I have
help you.
yeah. It makes
like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Has a stop to it.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
kind
not
of
a lot
like
of people are doing that.
it's kind of like koala, if that makes sense. Like the koala. Have you ever heard of koala? It's that
Oh, God.
fucking
Man, I've never heard what a
I
koala
can't
makes.
do the vocals, so I can't do exactly what the koala does, but just look up a koala like growling or some shit. Well, like yeah, that's I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't know. I've been trying to figure it out, and like I've had conversations with him about how he does it, but like I fucking can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's tricky because it's such a unique technique. Yeah, that works. It's a unique technique
Very.
because I think I tried doing that for a bit. I tried doing it for like a couple days, I remember, and I couldn't get it sounding right. I couldn't get it sounding metal. I got it sounding like clean, and it was really weird. And I was like, I don't know. I put something similar to it on No Soul, the part where the cow goes like in quotations moo in the music video.
Right.
So he's like, it's like that.
Yes.
It's like moo instead. So it's got this like very The Grudge. You know The Grudge?
So what I
Yes,
like about that
yes.
is like I hear that in a lot of like really small slam projects, and I've always kind of thought that
Yeah.
was a unique thing to do in that style, but also like could be done in other styles of death metal. So I'm all for the experimentation of vocals. It's just weird how far we've
Honestly,
come.
yeah. Honestly, I just wanna sound like The Grudge. Like if I could do a whole song like that, I would be friggin'
And that is gore grind, my good sir.
hell yeah. But that's the thing though, is like I find it so cool to actually put that in something that's not gore grind. Like to put those kind of
Oh no, yeah,
sounds
no, I agree.
in deathcore. Like for real though, deathcore like it's such a oh my god. It's such a genre where you can be so creative with it that it's like it's endless. Like we were talking earlier about, so many people are doing the symphonic kind of stuff. Like and then me, I'm doing the horror stuff. And then a lot of bands are just upping production levels and stuff like that. So like it's really unlimited. Like who knows? People could be doing like clown deathcore soon. Who knows? Like clown music, but I
There
don't know.
probably
Like
is. There
yeah,
probably is.
Insane clown
yeah,
core
probably
kids.
circus
Shut
music, like
the
deathcore,
fuck
like
up.
don't forget bands like fucking clown shoes are in. Let's go.
Fuck it. I'm gonna have to send you one of the tracks I wrote recently because I had somebody fucking tell me circus vibes, and I was like, oh god, don't say that. Now I have to like completely take
Dude,
away
I'm
the
about
top
it.
line. I don't care. No, I fucking love it.
Honestly, there's a part on 666 where I just feel like it's so it's so it's silly and it's heavy at the same time, and it gets me like wanting the two-step. Like literally I just want to get up and just two-step to it because it's so like it's catchy. And when you send me like what you're gonna send, I'm gonna send back the part I'm talking about, that like circuit style. And
Yeah,
in the stream in 666, I changed the video so that the colors are like changing, like really colorful.
I remember that. I
Because I'm
do
like, that
remember
part's
that.
dance.
Oh,
Okay, sick.
look, I love how like mindful you are of doing things like putting Easter eggs into, and like whether it's, you know, an extra track in the physicals or little moments, little tiny moments within a 1 hour song. Like that kind of attention to detail in a solo project is remarkable. And I
Thank you.
want to I love that about this.
I appreciate that. Yeah, that's something I'm super like I'm super like into, because if you think about it, um, the stuff I write is absolutely like some of the darkest stuff that your mind can go to. Like if you dig into these lyrics and you know grab some of the stories out of these songs, like they're fucking like they're disgusting and dark. Like it's such a tough thing, and for me, I'm a fucking goof. Like this stuff I do deal with for sure, but I'm also silly as hell. So for me, if I can add a cowbell into No Soul, a song that has like a cow in the video and puppets that don't have souls, like you know, it's the whole music video is a joke. Like it's meant to be like comedic
Needs more
horror kind of
cowbell.
thing. Yeah, literally, like yeah, like I put a cowbell in the breakdown, and it's very subtle, like because I tuned it down a bit, so a
Okay.
down tuned cowbell.
Oh
But
no.
yeah, I'm about it, and I like yeah, man, I'm about the Easter eggs. You'll see you'll see in a future track uh, some country vibes. Honestly, like you'll be like, what the fuck?
Now
Oh man,
that
I can't wait, dude.
that has
Like
yet to
I'm
be
just
done. That is yet to be done. I'm sorry. That is yet to be done well.
we'll see if I
Yep.
execute it, but I got a country breakdown in the works.
Yeah.
Um, I need that right now. I need that right now.
Listen,
I need that right now.
I need you with a
I'll send you guys
banjo.
something.
No, I'm telling you right now. I want to hear with a banjo, an arpeggiated type riff over a breakdown. I just need that. I'd be okay with that.
Dude, I would. That's the thing is I'm about it. Like I'm about it, and I'll be writing about how like some sort of suicide story. Like I'll be writing something real dark on top of it.
Go listen to like Amigo
You
the Devil.
fucking turning into full metal. Yes,
Amigo,
that's look up Amigo the Devil.
Amigo the
Just
Devil. Okay.
enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
That is
We did it on the podcast a long ass time ago.
that is like the closest I get to country.
He is phenomenal.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Pat doesn't like country, and I showed him folk. I believe that's what it's called, or death folk or murder folk.
No,
That's what it's called.
The rabbit hole truly started with that Page Fire video. Because we saw that Page Fire video, how to write horror folk, and we're like, fuck is horror folk? Like we know the grindcore one, we know the fucking slam one, we saw all these ones. What the fuck is horror folk? This ought to be interesting. And then we just wound up watching like 5 or 6 different YouTube videos. Bridge City Sinners is the other one that's really good. It's got a girl singer, and it's interesting. Actual wash tub shit. Like, I don't know. Anyway, that's the closest I get.
That's wild.
Oh man.
So this is the end of the video, I think. Or do
Yeah.
you have any questions, Pat?
I don't know. I was just getting ready to say, like, I'm burnt out. I didn't tell you guys beforehand, but I came off of a 14-hour shift. and 3 hours of sleep last night. I'm amazed that I've even gotten this far.
This man's got a.
Proud of you.
No.
Dude, you're
Proud of
killing it.
you.
For real though, you are
But
killing
anyway.
it. I respect the grind.
Thank you.
So this is at the point of the video where we ask our guest if you want to shit talk or shout out people.
Can I do both?
Oh, please.
You can do whatever you want to shit talk.
Fuck, I gotta figure out who do I want to shit talk.
You
We
have 30
beg
seconds.
controversy.
Chris Barnes. Is that everyone's talking about this guy?
Yeah, Barnes.
I won't jump
Yeah.
on there. I won't jump on that.
Honestly, you should hire him.
This guy is pretty smart, honestly, because everyone is talking about him. He's getting a lot of publicity, but I don't think it's good publicity. Some people say bad publicity is still publicity, but
I agree with that. That's the problem. I do agree with that.
But
Either
the
way, you get
problem with that,
publicity, you get owned.
the
and
problem
people
with
want to click on that shit.
the problem with thinking that that's what this is that his block list is bigger than Corpse Grinder's neck. The man has blocked pretty much everybody.
Shut the fuck up.
The man has blocked everybody. There's a Loudwire article that shows like a list of musicians that have all talked about being blocked by him. The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
Jeez.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to talk about him. He's blocking everybody.
That's great. I'm
wild.
gonna talk about
That's
him on
wild.
my Twitter. That'll be my first
Man,
block on Twitter.
To be honest though, I can't shit talk anyone. It's not my character. If there's something I don't like, I believe in just not talking about it. Moves on a lot faster.
Yeah.
Like with the everyone was talking about for a couple weeks there, that show. What's the show called? When We Were Young. That tour or whatever.
Yep.
And a lot of people are saying like, oh, we're still talking about it. We're still talking about it. But it's like we can stop talking about it if you stop bringing it up. Like for me, I'm like, I never really brought it up aside from one meme. So if
you literally shut the fuck up about it, it'll go away.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I feel that. So for me, when there's something I don't like, I just pretend it's not there. I've gotten good at I've gotten pretty good at pretending things are not there. Anytime there's some sort of negative energy that's a roadblock, it's something I literally walk right over. Like, back then, like I used to care a lot, like what like if something affected me and it was like roadblocking me from doing something. And honestly, it's a waste of time and it's a loss of creativity. There's so much like, just don't worry about what anyone else thinks. Fuck them. Like, do your thing. And if they're still talking about some old news or some new news, whatever, but you don't care, just do you, boo. That's what I'm about. So
There you go.
but I mean, your job is technically news, so it's a totally different realm. So ignore me, ignore what I'm saying.
I'm just
You
gonna
gotta look into it. I'm gonna hear the scoop once or twice, and then I got it. It's either I care or I don't, and then I move on with my day.
The market is
I love hearing
totally
about
right.
this stuff though. Dude, it's exciting because honestly, I do love not knowing what I'm gonna open up on my phone. Like, I love that feeling in the morning where it's like, what the fuck is going on in the world? Oh, okay, today Chris Barnes talking shit, and then you know what? Who knows what the fuck tomorrow's gonna be? Who knows? Tomorrow, fucking Microsoft buys Sony. Like, I don't fucking know.
Yep.
Well, the
Like,
new
there's so many
thing,
funny, like,
the new thing right now is Corey Taylor brought back up the MGK shit. It's fucking stupid. I'm not gonna talk about it because there's nothing to talk about.
okay.
Like, nah. I don't know. I'll wait
Yeah,
till
that's been talked about before, yeah.
I'll wait until the next like ridiculous beef comes out to make a video.
Yeah.
But
Dude, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Every day
we'll
is
see.
it's fucked. But in a good way, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it's entertainment.
Yep.
I fucking love it. I'm all for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Live your fucking life.
Yep.
That's the smartest thing that has been said this entire podcast. No joke. Oh man. But all right, if you have made it this far, I am eternally fucking grateful for you. Props. I can't believe anybody cares this much. But listen, you're gonna go check out Fred Nihilist. You're gonna go check out the 666 track. You're gonna check out the new song. You already checked it out during the last break and the break before that. There's gonna be songs in between. Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, comment, subscribe. Do that good shit. Kyle, I'm missing something.
I want you to crowd the. Oh fuck!
Crowd the.
Oh
Open up this fucking pit.
I never fuck this up. Crowd kill the shit out of that bell button. Share it to everybody. Share it to, you know what? I'm bringing it back. Share it to your dead father. I don't know. I'm bringing it back. Share it to everybody. Share it to everybody.
Subscribe. If you don't subscribe to these men, I'm gonna find you, and not in a good way.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
In a way where, like,
Oh shit.
my music comes to reality, and it's gonna
Flash a lot of colors.
you know
at
how I write horror? I'm gonna write a song about
Oh
you,
my god.
a horror
There you
song.
go.
Anyways, y'all better subscribe.
Oh man, I fucking love this.
All right. On that note, get fucked.
Yep. Get fucked.